We're going to change things up just a bit and cover a tactic twice, 2 days in a row. Let's start with the first. What we are going to be doing in the next 2 days, we're going to be taking a look at what's called on the page that I got this from, the Svonnstem Wide Target Series 433. One is deep, one is classic. This is the classic one that we're going to start with today, and tomorrow we'll go into the deep one, which basically changed these two to Segundo Volantes down in the DM role, and you have these sort of 3 DM type positions, and that's what that is. So that's the deep. And then the classic is what you saw before with the 2 midfielders and 1 DM. We're going to see how it does for our 3 teams of Liverpool, Aston Villa in the Premier League, and our championship side of Ipswich Town. So let's just jump into the Premier League and see how they did. Now, the reason I'm doing both of these sort of back to back, I was going to combine them, but then the video would just be too long and no one would see that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the classic today, the deep tomorrow. And I think I kind of would love to see at some point, if I have the time, or if anyone has tried this before, combine the two. You know, if you're going up against a Manchester City in your Aston Villa or West Ham or something like that, maybe you want to throw it to the deep side. But if you're going up against an Everton or Brighton, you throw it to the classic side and see how it does mixing things up. Unfortunately, the description doesn't have any information on if you're going up against a strong team, change these, from attacking to, balanced or balanced to, defending or things like that. So you kind of have to play with that on your own. But I think it would be pretty cool to see a deep and a classic sitting side by side and kind of train your team on both and then just change things up depending on the opponent. But in this case, the classic one, Liverpool in 85 points, 106 goals. So you got the goals, you just didn't get the points. It's a little bit down from our average that we've been seeing the last couple of weeks. Aston Villa in 5th, not bad. 76 is about average that we've been seeing. 89 goals, though. Attacking wise, it seems to be doing fairly well. Domestically for Liverpool, Carabao Cup 4th red. Kicked to the curb handily by Aston Villa 1-4. And you did get to the FA Cup semi-finals. You lose out in penalties, though, against Chelsea after beating Ipswich Town, though. However, an unbeaten run in Europa League, you do win out. You get the trophy in the final against Borussia Dortmund, beating Salzburg, beating Copenhagen, Sevilla. Not too bad at all. So now we've come to expect a 1 trophy season as kind of a bad season in all these tests that we've been doing. But Liverpool in 2nd place is not bad. It's where they expected to anyway. 85 points is about average. Knocked out in the semis in the FA Cup by Chelsea. But 4th round by Aston Villa. That's an interesting one. And as you can see, not a slew of green like we're expecting, though. 27 goals for Mohamed Salah, 27 for Nunez as well, 22 for Gakpo, Jota with 21. Not too bad. Assists, though, 20 for Trent Alexander-Arnold, 19 for Salah. The dude is just amazing. Of course, with a 7-5-0 for Salah. Switching things up to Aston Villa, though, after beating Liverpool in the Carabao Cup 4th round, they lose out in the quarters against Newcastle 0-0 in penalties. And unfortunately, Chelsea, the one that beat you in the FA Cup 4th round, 2-4. But an absolutely fantastic run in the Europa Conference League gets you to the final, a 3-2 trophy win against Olympiacos. Well done. So overall, again, 1 trophy is great for Aston Villa, but unfortunately, we've seen tactics that have brought these up a lot more and then have done better in the FA Cup. And, quarters is but still, done a little bit better in the Carabao Cup too, I guess. Squad-wise, green is about average or just a little bit below, but 32 goals for Diaby is fantastic. 27 for Zaniolo and Ollie Watkins. Well done. Assists, 20 for Zaniolo, and then 18 for Matty Cash. Average rating, Zaniolo with a 7.40. Liverpool Data Hub, as you would expect with a dribbling tactic, you get through the roof attacking numbers, dribbling through the roof as well. Goals per game, 2.79. On the average side, a little bit maybe above just average, just slightly. Conceded at 0.92 and XG against 1.09. Those are a little bit above average. Aston Villa, attacking but just down, even dribbles down. But goals per game, 2.34, 1.29 conceded, and XG against is 1.2. Premier League stats, Liverpool in 2nd with 2.24 points per game, Aston Villa with a flat 2. Most goals, you get Liverpool in 1st, though, with 106, Aston Villa in 3rd with 89, so there is some attacking sided to it, which is nice to see. Fewest shots against, Liverpool in 3rd with 290, Aston Villa in 6th with 350. Most possession, 55% down to 53 for Aston Villa. Most dribbles made, Liverpool in 1st with 723, Aston Villa in 5th with 648. And then you get most shots for it, Liverpool in 1st with 706, Aston Villa in 2nd with 599. But now Ipswich Town, how'd they do? Well, tops of the league yet again. We've seen it time and time again with one massive blemish last time out, but this time first place, 109 points, 133 goals. Phenomenal. Although domestic cups unfortunately out immediately against Stevenage, 3-4 in the Carabao Cup fourth round. You do get to the quarterfinals though, which is pretty nice. You lose out to Liverpool and miss that one 1-2. So overall, we've seen it time and time again. Championship, Ipswich Town in first place handily, and well done to that. Quarterfinals is pretty good at the FA Cup. You do get knocked out by Liverpool. What do you kind of expect? And Carabao Cup is pretty abysmal. Yep, and the Greens are still on the average side, maybe a little, like one or two more than usual, but 32 goals for Hurst. Finally, there he goes. He just bangs them in now. 22 for Connor Chaplin, well done. Assist, 23 for Leif Davis. So both top players are really just shooting on all cylinders there. 749 though for George Hurst. Championship stats, 2.37 points per game for Ipswich Town. Well done there. Most goals, of course, in first with 133. Norwich actually gets to the 100 mark, but fewer shots against Ipswich in second with 337. Most possession, 54%, all the way down in eighth. Most dribbles made in second with 869, and most shots for in second with 747. But now to the tactic itself. Again, this is the classic version. Next time out, we will be doing the deep version. It's the same name up here. It's just the difference in midfield, as we'll see in just a little tomorrow. But start out with a sweeper keeper in defend, fullback on the left and the right in attack, with ball playing defenders in the central spots, a DM in support with two CMs above them in support, a wide target forward, which is the first time I think we've seen that, but in attack on the left, an advanced forward in attack up front next to a complete forward in support. Attacking mentality, in possession attacking with his narrow, approach play is pass into space, overlap on the right but focus play down the left, passing directness is shorter, tempo is higher, low crosses at run at defense, in transition, counter press, counter, distribute quickly and roll it out, and then out of possession, a high press line of engagement, a much higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent your goalkeeper distribution, and step up more. But now, how did it do for our three teams? Well, I mean, at least Liverpool and Ipswich Town are back to their winning ways, doing a fantastic job. I mean, Liverpool actually in second probably could have boosted up a little bit. But Ipswich Town clearly doing a fantastic job. And as we switch to Liverpool and Aston Villa, you can see, I mean, Tottenham, funny enough, to 90 points. But 85 points, average for Liverpool. Aston Villa with 76, average for them. I definitely think you could do a lot better. As always, I always say this, but you could do a lot better if you took control of it yourself, did your own match shouts, your own tactical changes during a match, your own training, your own transfers, things like that. You could do a lot better. And who knows, if you took the deep and kind of combined it with the classic and started going the tougher teams, you use the deep, the teams lower in the table, and use the classic, maybe that could help out too. Maybe one day I will try that. But for right now, the classic, it's okay. Definitely need some hands-on though. But that's it for me, Svonn FM for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.